Scary looking injury to McFarland, who was such a key point for this Utah team after the first free throw down, 58-52, 7:47 to go. Second one on the way, too strong. Sabally comes down with it for Oregon. She'll flip it over now to Tahina Paopao. Paopao sprints up ahead, finds Parrish right wing. Back to Paopao. Right by the Pac-12 hashtag now. Backs up, kicks it right corner now. Down into the lane for Sabally, and Sabally will draw a foul. Pass came in from the corner, and Parrish. Foul will be on Jenna Johnson. That'll be Johnson's second foul on the evening. Team's first foul of this quarter. And there's 7:35 remaining. Utah us by 6. Rogers to inbound. Go over to Paopao. Paopao cuts it through the lane, kicks it back out now. Left corner. Rogers for 3. You bet! 58-55 with 7:27 to go. Oregon fighting back. As we see Jenna Johnson whip it now on the right wing. Hands it over to McQueen. Oh, good cut by Johnson into the lane. Yes, and one! Jenna Johnson on the low right block. 60-55 with 7:17 to go.
Yeah, Paopao was down there, tried to take a charge, but her back of her heels were in the cylinder. And Johnson, she just goes straight up and sends the ball over her back and puts it in. Incredible play, and the two freshmen we highlighted at the beginning of the show. They're the two most important players around them, and they've stepped up. 27 combined points, make it 28 with a made free throw to convert the three-point play.
61-55, 7:14 to go in regulation time as Paopao on the left wing. Doesn't use the Sabally screen, gets it into the lane, pulls up mid-range, shot is good. 61-57, and Kelly Graves will burn his second timeout of the evening. 7:05 to go, 32nd timeout for Oregon.
Yeah, and for Oregon, they're starting to let their guards cook a bit. Rogers and Paopao have been the primary scorers for this team. You know, Prince inside, she has been exhausted. Sabally hasn't been herself. Shea doesn't really have the offensive moves to really be able to shoulder the team inside. So they're leaning on their guards, and their guards are stepping up to keep this game close in the fourth quarter.
They really have. They're 4-4 on the last shots from the field so far. They're shooting 39% from the field on the day, but that has improved, though, in that second half. As Walker just mentioned, this break is being pushed into a full media break, so that means Walker and I will step aside for a moment. 7:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back here on Blaze Radio. 7:05 remain in the fourth quarter. Utah leads Oregon 61-57 in our second semifinal. Utah currently has the ball on their own baseline, and Jenna Johnson will inbound it to Drew Gilton. Gilton sprints across half court and gets it over to the right wing now. Slowing it down, being guarded by Kylie Watson. Right wing now. Pikes up her dribble and gives it over to Kelsey Rees at the top of the key. Gilton comes back and collects it at the top. Goes to her right again. Picks up her dribble and tosses it back over to Rees. Down inside low. That shot is no good. Too short out of the hands of Jenna Johnson. And Paopao comes down with the rebound for Oregon. Swings it up now. Right wing. Rogers steps inside. Free throw line Jay. Rattles out. That one comes down though with the rebound was Kylie Watson. She swings it out now for Rogers. Rogers picks up the screen. Over now to Shear on the right wing. Shear comes back to the top. Over to Paopao. Left wing, 11 on the shot clock. Shear, open three from the right wing. Rattles out, rolls out, I should say, as Johnson comes down with the rebound and tosses it to Gilton. 6:11 remains, 61-57. Johnson, left wing, hesitates, accelerates, hands it over to Rees through contact and off the window and down. 63-57 with 6 to play. It's Rogers now, left wing for Oregon. Circles around and stops. Picks up the screen from Watson. Oh, weaves through some defenders off the window. No good. Watson comes flying in and draws the foul. She hit the deck hard, though, on that play, Walker.
Yeah, great hustle play by Watson. And that's a play Rogers should finish. She got right by her defender, went for the finger roll in the left hand. Just kind of didn't put enough on it, and it was short. Lucky to keep possession, though.
Daisha Young rejoins and replaces Kelsey Rees for Utah. Shear to inbound for Oregon. Connects with Parrish. Parrish, left wing for 3. Bounces off the rim and gets the friendly roll in. 63-60 with 5:42 to play. Quickly up now for Utah's McQueen on the right wing. Circles it up to Young at the top. Young goes to her left, dribbling on the block. And that's going to be a double dribble. She tried to trick the officials for a brief moment, it seemed, but 2 officials caught it. 5:33 to play.
Yeah, and Utah, they're starting to lose that kind of fluidity they had in that third quarter. They're playing a little more one-on-one and driving. They got to get back to passing through the matchup zone Oregon's playing.
Pow breaks free through the lane, no good through contact. Neepkins collects it for Utah. Goes behind the back with some fancy dribbling and goes to the right wing now. McQueen spots up a three from the right wing, bounces off the rim, no good. Watson comes down with it and draws a foul. Inside Farrington Stadium, we welcome you back here on ASU Livestream number 2. No score through 1 inning of play between the Sun Devils of Arizona State and the Ball State Cardinals. And leading off the visitors after the second inning will be the shortstop, Kayla Lissy. Lissy comes into this ball game batting .311 in the 5-hole. And she'll have to face Lindsay Lopez, who gave up just her 6th walk of the season back in the first inning, but Lopez gets ahead here with the first pitch strike.
Yeah, we talked about her throwing that changeup for a strike. We saw one in there down the middle. She'll throw it to you. She keeps you off balance.
See what she comes back here. She's ahead in the count 0-1. Goes with a fastball as that one's flown into shallow left field. Coming in as Cazares, and she makes the play. So 2 pitches in the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Amaya Daniel, the second baseman. Daniel batting just .224 on the season, 11 of 49. 8 RBIs on the season. As this is start to where you see some of the drop-off in the Ball State team averages and player averages in terms of batting. As she lines this one down the left field line, it's hooking and it's foul. About 5 feet away from a potential extra base hit there, Ashley.
Yeah, you were mere feet away from creating a broadcaster's jinx. We still are early in this count with 1 strike and no balls against Amaya Daniel.
You know, the old broadcaster jinx there, you know, it works every time if you're, you know, a hitter, especially in both baseball and softball broadcasts. So, Amaya Daniel, you're welcome. 0-1. Goes back with a breaking ball and misses away, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, we raved about Arizona State's chemistry, how well they pitch as well as hit, and we saw a quick turnaround there in the first inning where we have a double off of Torres to lead off the game, and then a quick double play to change the momentum a little bit.
That one's hit hard. Harger bobbles it, but she makes the play still. Good recovery from the senior, and there's 2 away here.
Very, very, very nice play over there at second base by Hallie Harger. Almost, we talked about how great that they are, and she takes a hard hit ball right to you. Those are the ones that are toughest to grab. The ones smoked directly at you, not to your left, not to your backhand, not to your forehand, right to you.
That one's grounded hard again on the backhand. Price isn't able to make the play, so literally speak of the devil. And Matthews reaches on what would probably be ruled an infield single.
That's a weird day today in Tempe, Arizona, here at Farrington Stadium. We had just talked about how backhands are easier for you. That was smoked right to Price. She went to the backhand, but it hit just off the palm of her glove and rolled into the shortstop territory of Torres.
They did rule it a single, so it's the first hit of the game for Ball State, and now there's a runner on with 2 away. As that one's called for a strike on the outside corner. This is Mackenzie McCarty. She made a great play defensively to end the first inning for Arizona State. Now she has a chance to do some damage here with her bat, with a runner on first and 2 away. The 0-1. Swung on in this, and Lopez is ahead 0-2. You mentioned, though, the fielding for Arizona State. That would have been, if they had ruled that an error, the second error for Price. Harger just with 2 errors on the season, so a relatively sound team. There are only 27 total errors on the team. Outside corner misses, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, we saw Ford messing around with the lineup a little bit for the Arizona State defense. A little bit of errors in the middle part of the field, but the Arizona State pitchers, the battery duo, doing a great job of keeping those runs to a minimum.
Up the middle, Torres will flip it to second where Harger's there to cover, and that will do it. So through 1.5 innings of play, we are still scoreless. Ball State does get a hit, but they strand the runner. For 1.5, we're still scoreless. Back in a moment here on ASU Livestream number 2. It's Vikings up to bat first in the black tops with gray traveling pants and red ball caps. George Bilecki will lead things off. It's Bilecki, Cano, Malley, Kroll, Flanagan, Brendan Herron, the new addition to the squad, Nick Fies, Nick Knowles, and Max Everett will bat for himself against right-hander Zach Bierling. Out of the windup comes Bierling. His first offering is taken downstairs, and that's how we get underway at 6:59 local time. Bierling, the right-hander, out of the lineup. That's called strike, and the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bierling on the season, 3-0 with an earned run average of 0.87, the 1-1. Inside corner taken for a strike on the off-speed. Only 3 appearances. This is just his second start of the summer. His last start was pretty good, a complete game shutout against the Joliet Generals. He picked up 2 strikeouts in that one. Here's the 1-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Down goes Bilecki on the fastball, down and away. So in that contest, 7 innings, like I said, of no runs, allowed 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, did give up 1 walk, so solid start for him. That's his 7th strikeout of the summer as Blaze Cano steps up. Blaze is batting a solid 300 on the summer. First pitch to him, and he cracks this one into left field. Coming in is Ferry, going out as Noble. It'll be Ferry to make the grab for out number 2. Had to battle the sun, did a nice job using his glove to shield the sun until he was ready to make the grab, and just like that, the Vikings are 2 up and 2 down. Now it's Max Malley, the Evansville product, batting .316 with 8 RBIs coming in this one. He'll start at short today for the Vikings. Takes a fastball upstairs, ball 1. Malley normally has caught for Southland this year. The 1-0 pitch is slapped on the ground into the third base line. It's a fair ball. Diving for it was Schultz, but his throw is way late, so it's an infield single for Max Malley. Sharply hit ground ball. Schultz with a great diving play on it to prevent Malley from grabbing extra bases. By the way, that's what Southland needs in this scenario. Base runners in this case, granted 2 outs, but it's a good sign that they're able to get on base early against Lake County starters, which has seemed to be the struggle of this squad whenever they go up against the first place side at Corn Dogs. So up steps the right-handed slap-hitting Jason Kroll. 21 RBIs as Max Malley goes. First pitch is a strike on the breaking ball, and Malley slides into second safely with a stolen base. Malley slight lead off first, and he timed up Bierling perfectly, so he didn't need a big jump. No balls, 1 strike here to Jason. Down and away on a breaking ball, and the count evens out. Jason still seeking that first home run. He's had a couple of deep fly outs in this ballpark and also just deep extra base hits as well across the league this summer. The 1-1. Sends a weak pop-up in a short right center. Coming in is Curiel. Same with Nanfeld. He makes the grab, calling off the center fielder. And that'll end the inning. So the Vikings grab that 2-out single for Malley, but strand him at second. Half an inning's gone by here in Crown Point. No score. Back in a moment here on the Vikings Broadcasting Network.